Hello everyone and welcome to Mr. Simplified's tutorials. In this tutorial, we understand what stakeholders are, what the Mendelow Stakeholder Matrix is, and how it's used to map out stakeholders, and also look at a complete example of a real-life project to put it all in context. Identifying and managing stakeholders is one of the most important aspects of managing a project or running a business. A stakeholder matrix is an invaluable tool for project managers and business leaders to understand the importance of different stakeholders and ensure key stakeholders are kept in the loop with the ongoings in the business. Now let's look at what stakeholders are and then explore Mendelow's matrix, which is one of the most popular stakeholder mapping tools. We speak about stakeholders a lot in the business world. It's important to therefore understand what we really mean when we say stakeholders. A stakeholder is any person, group, or company that can either affect the project or company in question or are affected by the project or company. Stakeholders can be internal or external. Now, internal stakeholders are people who are within the business or are closely associated with the success or the failure of the business. These can include employees, company directors, executive management, internal auditors, investors, volunteers, etc. External stakeholders are people who don't directly work for the company but might work with the company indirectly in some other way or might be affected by the company. Now, these can include customers, business partners, suppliers, shareholders, government organizations, local communities, and so on. Now, here's an everyday example of an external stakeholder to clarify this for you. Let's presume that you always buy fuel from the same gas station near your house, which is a large global gas company. You also have a loyalty program with them and get rewards for accumulating points. So, you're an external stakeholder of the company and also of their loyalty program. You will be affected if the company closes or even if their loyalty program is discontinued. So therefore, you are an external stakeholder. Now, let's move on to the Mendelow Stakeholder Matrix. The Mendelow Stakeholder Matrix is a graphical representation of a stakeholder analysis. As you'll find out in this tutorial, it's quick and easy to produce, can help you prioritize stakeholders, and can help you explain a project to other people. It is essentially a project stakeholder management tool. In terms of structure, it consists of two axes. As we can see, the x-axis is a measure of the level of interest of stakeholders. The more the interest, the more towards the right a stakeholder will be. The y-axis is a measure of the amount of power or influence a stakeholder has on the project. The more powerful the stakeholder is, the higher on the axis he or she will be. Plotting the stakeholders on the axis produces 4 areas. So let's look at these and complete the matrix graphics now. So here are the 4 areas of the matrix. Now, what does it mean for a stakeholder to be in any of the 4 areas or quadrants? Let's go into detail for each quadrant. The first quadrant is low power, low interest stakeholders. Now, these are stakeholders who have low power and low interest in the project or organization. These can sometimes be clerical staff, interns, or people even external to the organization. Although they aren't a priority in this project, it's best to monitor the status of these stakeholders. If at any point either factor changes for them, they may need to be moved to another area of the matrix. Low power, high interest. So these are stakeholders who are often heavily involved in the project and will be affected by its outcome. They, however, do not have enough power or say over the direction of the project. They could also be involved in certain aspects of the project and not be involved in others. Project management teams should always keep these stakeholders in the loop on the major developments in the project and also on aspects they aren't directly involved in. The effort they put in might indirectly influence other areas of the project. So it's very important to keep these stakeholders informed. The next quadrant is high power, low interest. So these are likely members of the senior management team who might not directly be involved with the particular project. Stakeholders with low interest are likely to not directly be involved in the project, but they're likely to have the power to influence the outcome and decide on the future of the project or the company on the whole. It is very important, therefore, to keep these stakeholders updated and happy throughout the life of the project. The updates can be scheduled on a routine basis, like monthly or quarterly basis. So these are stakeholders that need to be kept satisfied. High power and high interest. Now, these stakeholders are the most important of the lot as they are directly involved with several aspects of the project and with a lot of the decision making. These are likely to be heads of the project teams or heads of the departments. These stakeholders usually give the overall direction to the project and are critical to ensuring the success of the project. They should ideally be in the loop for most of the communication relating to the project and should be managed quite closely. Now, let's look at an example to put all of this into practice and see how the Mendelow matrix can be used. For our example, let's assume that a company by the name of Good Insure is a car insurance provider which sells insurance products through its website and app and over the phone. After a quarter of losses, cancellations, and decreased customer satisfaction ratings, the management knew something was wrong and put together a project team to deploy a fault tree analysis to get to the bottom of the issue. By the way, if you're confused about what a fault tree analysis is, it's covered in detail in a popular tutorial in this channel. Please check it out and learn about this popular method of detecting and troubleshooting issues. The problem was identified to be the booking software used and the way it's integrated with the website and the app. They therefore decided to invest in a new booking system and integrate it with the website and the app. An important part of change management is communicating with the stakeholders of any project. The bigger the change, the more important a stakeholder management exercise becomes. The project team therefore came up with a full list of stakeholders and used the Mendelow's matrix to map out these stakeholders and present it to the Chief Technology Officer. And here's what the matrix looks like. In the first quadrant, we have low power and low interest stakeholders. Now, these include government agencies, not-for-profit organizations, and individual one-off customers. So it's clear that these stakeholders cannot influence the project at this point, but we need to communicate with them and monitor them to see if their status changes. And in the next quadrant, we have low power and high interest stakeholders who we need to keep informed. Now, these include the marketing department, individual loyal customers, repeat customers, organizational customers, and the website sales department. Now, these people will be heavily involved with different aspects of the project's outcome. They are impacted by it. So it's important to keep them informed about most developments in the entire project. The next are high power and low interest stakeholders who we need to keep satisfied. Now, these include the Play Store and the App Store for their apps and insurance underwriters. Now, these are important stakeholders that wield great power and influence despite them not being directly involved in the project. Now, if we consider Play Store and the App Store, they actually have the power to take our app out of their store and therefore affect a lot of sales. So they need to be in the loop and need to be kept happy about all of the changes being made. And in the next quadrant, we have high power, high interest stakeholders who we need to manage closely. Now, this includes the project manager, the project team members themselves, the Chief Technology Officer, the IT department, the purchasing team, website developer, and the apps team in this case. These are, of course, people who are most involved with the project and are very affected by the outcome. they will need to be managed very closely at every stage. And now that the matrix is ready, the next step would be to create a stakeholder engagement plan to ensure that the relevant stakeholders are communicated about the changes in the right way and at the right time throughout the life cycle of the project. Okay, that is all we have to cover for Mendelow's stakeholder matrix. I hope that was beneficial for you. I thank you very much for your attendance, and I highly encourage you to use the comment section to recommend topics to be covered in this channel, and I hope you take very good care of your own self. Thank you very much. Bye bye.